Northamptonshire is kind of a big deal, and Northampton Film Festival is all about making sure that people know that. Northampton Film Festival uses film and the creative industries to empower Northamptonshire residents, to shine a spotlight on the county and contribute to a stronger sense of identity for Northants.
Out of all the festivals that we've submitted to, Northampton was my favourite. And there's another big one coming soon, but I just know that it won't top Northampton because the physical thing, it was screened in the super screen in Cineworld, which is great, and there's nothing quite like seeing your film that you've made on such a big screen in front of a load of people. But also, it just felt very, very fulfilling because this is where I was born, this is where I learned to love film. And like when I graduated, I guess I was reflecting on the year as a whole, my progress and development as a filmmaker, and that's one of the highlights for me, it really is. And I came out and I still think it was like that weekend, having the Filmhouse and then going to Cineworld for the award ceremony. It was easily the best weekend of my life.
It's all about representation, right? Seeing people that speak like you or look like you or things which you might recognise, it just makes it all seem more possible. And yeah, I think everyone's got a right to be in the industry.
I firmly believe when it comes to any form of being able to express oneself, that's really helpful for our mental health. You've got so many, especially young people today, who are facing all kinds of worries, concerns, but when you create a film, when you write something, and when you can actually remove it from your own reality, you might be able to talk about things that perhaps you wouldn't have dared raise in case of what other people might say to you or what other people may think. But when you can write it in the words of another character or in a completely different dimension or setting, you get to say the things that are bothering you the most, and you also open a dialogue about them. I think that's wonderful, and that's where my link with film or appreciation of film comes from. And in the film festival, you very kindly asked me to host the awards event, which was absolutely fantastic.
It's about the legacy of Northampton film in general, because Northampton Film Festival is kind of like kicking it all off. I can see maybe more things happening here, and it gives people of Northampton a voice. It builds a community in a sense. Your people have made this film, they want to show it to your own people, and films being made in Northampton, it's like brings together a sense of place and belonging.
I only really got confidence in making films when I went to festivals. Otherwise you only see films in the cinema and you're like, I can't ever do that. Whereas like when you kind of go to a festival, you see like a completely different range of films, like different skill levels, different quality levels, and also like the narratives are just completely different because they're all personal to whoever makes them. So I think when you kind of see like such a diverse range of stories, you can then be like, oh okay, I could make something which could fit in with that somewhere.
What I like about having a film festival in Northampton is it gives you a sense of being part of arts and culture. It makes you feel excited. I come from London originally, and there, Camden Town was the place to go for arts and indie films and slightly quirky things. And to sit in Northampton and go, yeah, we have that as well. It's very special.
This year we did our first ever Northants Film and Television Expo, where we had a talk to industry people library. We did Q&As with people from all over the globe, as well as exhibition stands from all sorts of people like Screen Skills, the National Film and Television School and Creative England.
To go to these expos, you'll get a sense of the breadth of the industry, and you might find something which kind of appeals to you, which you wouldn't even realise. Just giving people exposure to the industry and professionals as well, it's like, yeah, it's invaluable.
By offering mentoring, by offering opportunities, by offering the teaching that you do as part of the film festival, and then the chance to see what you've created up on the big screen and be part of something very special and get to speak to industry professionals. That's amazing, and that is something which you can't get in lots of places.
This year is the start of a new adventure for Northampton Film Festival as it becomes its own non-profit organisation and also expands to take in entries from across England, Wales and Scotland. Of course we're still going to be awarding prizes to the best Northamptonshire films, but involving the rest of Great Britain means we're not only celebrating Northamptonshire as a great place to live and work locally, but we're also showcasing it on a national stage too.